What up, everyone? By the time you guys see this, Halloween will be done, but I am recording this on Halloween. I didn't have a costume, but wore my Castlevania shirt to work. Seemed appropriate. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this one. Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers, though. Hot take, I don't really care for the Friday the 13th movies all that much. Kind of a chore to watch, but Halloween, oh yeah. When I first saw the original, I thought, yeah, this was legit. And the first time I saw it was a month or so before Halloween 2018 hit Blu-ray, and then, chef's kiss. And then I started watching more and more of them. As far as the rest of the Blumhouse one goes, okay. Kills was a bit mid, but I think Ends is way better than people give it credit for. Other ones I really liked were 4 and 6. Well, the producer's cut of that minus the parentage of Jamie's baby. Blech. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Point is, I'm rooting for Michael, but I'm not blind. I think this is the one. This is clear cut. I think Jason's just too much. He's way tougher. Michael's smarter, but I don't think that's going to matter much here. But then again, I was wrong about Trunks. I was wrong about Black Adam. They got trounced by Silver and Apocalypse, respectively. So let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Prepare yourselves. It's time we tell the tale of Crystal Lake's masked murderer, Jason Voorhees.
And the horrifying boogeyman of Haddonfield, Michael Myers.
He's Whiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
But I'll tell ya,
terror and fright on this Halloween
Haddonfield
night
felt more
on
like
Deathbattle.
Derry in Ends. If you've seen it, you kind of know what I mean.
Within the woods of Crystal Lake lurks a killer, buried but not dead, doomed to rise from the grave and slaughter those who live and love, if you know what I mean.
This is the curse of Jason Voorhees.
Rumor has it he was a deformed child, bullied and harassed all of his life, only cared for by his single mother. But not even Mama Voorhees could
One of the
save
few
Jason when
female
he
slasher
tragically drowned
villains
at
that's
Camp
well
Crystal
known.
Lake. Or did he?
Over time, Crystal Lake became wrought with strange disappearances and violent deaths.
Including the camp counselors who should have been watching Jason when he drowned all those years ago. Someone, or something, ... was out for vengeance.
And yet these harrowing murders were committed by none other than Jason's own mother, Pamela Voorhees, seeking revenge against those who neglected her child, dooming him to his
Yeah, it
terrible
went
end.
cuckoo,
That
cuckoo.
actually makes a lot of sense. Good for her, I guess.
However, even after her killing spree was cut short, the deaths,
Emphasis on cut.
nobody could prove it, but maybe, just maybe, Jason was still alive.
Ah, that famous
Really
scene.
alive?
Even I gotta admit that was
Has he been living in
badass.
the lake this whole time?
Jason has fortitude far beyond any normal man. You can swing an axe in his face, blast half his body away, or trap him in an exploding building. Yet it will all be in vain.
Even when one of the few survivors of his attacks hacked him to pieces, Jason rose again. Seriously, this happens a lot.
Nobody knows.
Like
the
I said,
true
Michael's
source
got
of
an
his
uphill
unkillability.
battle.
Some
He's
say it's
nowhere
an
near as
indigenous curse.
durable.
Others say
With
it's
or without the
an
curse of the
Necronomicon.
thorn.
And some even say it's a hell worm. So not too many reasonable answers.
Either way, be careful, or you just might end up on the wrong side of Jason's trusty machete. Something he uses with enough strength to split skulls and pierce metal.
Even when Jason has no weapon, he can be resourceful and oddly creative with his kills. He might bludgeon you to death with a sleeping bag, drown you in a garbage can, or snap you in half between a...
Oh!
This demented mama's boy will...
I haven't seen all of them.
Oh, you think you can
maybe
run away?
half.
Well, think again, idiot. He can teleport.
No, he can't.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about the time he appeared in multiple places at once around this dance floor? See? Teleporting.
Wrong. Hallucinations resulting from a mix of cocaine and panic.
Okay, smartass. How about when he teleported from one end of this ship to another? How'd he get there?
Actually, when watching the full scene for complete context, there is plenty of time afforded for Jason to jump down the deck while off camera. He is quite athletic after all.
What, without making any sound? The guy's
athletic.
made of 100 brick houses.
Yeah, he's kind of a big guy.
Fans have argued this for
He's got the
years.
size
While
advantage over
admittedly
Michael,
those
that
moments
much is
are
sure.
questionable. They're not enough to prove actual teleportation.
Okay, how about this one? In Jason X, where 3 soldiers are shooting him straight on, and he just disappears. Poof! Gone! While they're looking right at him, goddammit, it's teleporting!
Well, I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
I just stared at this scene while processing 900 trillion frames per second, and Boomstick is correct.
Ha!
Also, now my eyes are broken. Joy.
You know, Jason can actually teleport in the video game, so I believe it.
I suppose teleporting would explain how, despite his
Off-screen
missing size,
teleportation
Jason can
is,
move with ghostly
as
silence and
TV
pick
Tropes
off
describes
victims
it.
one by one. Are you sure about this, dummy? Dummy.
You gotta get a new name for that guy. That's demeaning, just saying.
Either way, Jason's unstoppable bloodlust makes him a horrifying threat.
Even if you think you're protected by a foot of solid steel, he'll just crash through it to stab you.
And though it's tough to believe, there may actually be a deadlier Jason out there too.
Stronger, faster, and campier. This is Uber Jason, rebuilt from Jason's remains.
Oh, if they allow this in Death Battle, Michael's fucked. I'm sorry.
And guess what? Normal Jason later fought Uber Jason and actually held his own. Yeah, the comics get kind of wacky. Just go with it.
Only natural for a monster that has fought other supernatural entities.
I gotta check out
Freddy
these.
Krueger, Leatherface, and the
these
groovy man
comics.
himself, Ash Williams.
Indeed.
Whoa,
So
Leatherface?
be warned, if you ever see a shadow moving through the darkness and hear a familiar, run. Jason is out to find you, and chances are you are not leaving alive. On a bleak Halloween
we can do the
night,
comics
Michael
for
Myers
Halloween
was
as
born into the
well.
world as a seemingly normal child.
like from Devil's
However,
Due or
beneath
something?
his pale, blank face hid something dark, something evil.
How evil? Well, he stabbed his sister Judy to death when he was just 6 years old. Oh, what a rascal.
Michael was institutionalized at a sanitarium where he simply sat still, almost like a machine. His psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, spent 8 years trying to reach him, but Michael
Age
never said a
61.
word.
But even when locked up,
Okay,
he
so we're
still
going
managed
with
to get
the
away with
Blumhouse
several murders,
version.
including Loomis's fiancée.
Oh, damn,
There
I've
was
gotta
no
read those
helping
comics,
or
too.
stopping Michael. More than anything, he wanted to kill.
After 15 years, the night before Halloween, he broke out of the sanitarium, leaving behind one word: sister.
Wait a
The
minute.
story goes,
It's the
Michael
age
had
of the
another
Blumhouse
sibling,
version, but we're
Voorhees,
going with
and
the
for
OG
some
one where
unknowable
he's
reason, he wanted her to suffer
he's
the same
Strode's
fate as
brother.
Judy. And everyone else, really. He's not too picky, and he could do it too.
For in his hands, anything can be a deadly weapon. Countless reports of various.
Oh, that
murders
was
have appeared
one of the better
across
scenes in
Haddonfield.
Halloween 5.
He's exploded heads, boiled people alive, and used his trademark knife to stab poor souls to walls like some macabre piece of art.
And in Ends,
Say to admire
still
it,
got it.
I don't think this is what they meant. And this isn't some special combat knife or dagger. He did this with an ordinary kitchen knife.
Michael is also surprisingly clever. Despite being confined for nearly all his life, at some point, he apparently taught
he's
himself how to
smarter.
drive.
It's
He's the
pretty
smarter of the
clear
two,
this
but I don't think
psycho
that's going to
was
help him in the
definitely
end.
plotting something while he was in the ward.
All these kills were just a detour to his ultimate goal, Laurie. On an all too familiar Halloween night, he finally met his long-lost sister and nearly killed her.
But Loomis intervened, shooting Michael and sending him out a window. Phew, well, guess that's the end of him. Yeah, you know it's not.
No one knows how, but the body simply vanished, only to return later that night as if nothing had happened.
There's a reason why they call him the Boogeyman.
Even after being set on fire and
Fire, 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 fire!
Myers would not be stopped.
Almost like he's some kind of invincible undead monster.
Many explanations have been given for Michael's strange abilities, but some less reputable sources suggest he's bound to the ancient druidic Curse of Thorn, whose symbol is, well,
Okay,
they
that's
say it's an ancient
the more
icon of
supernatural
Halloween, but it's
explanation for his
actually the
healing
Norse
and
scream
durability.
for Thor, sometimes called the Thorn Rune. I think they just Googled Rune and Thorn and called it a day.
They had Google in '95?
Michael Myers, a Viking? Yes! Awesome!
Curse or no curse, Michael is inexplicably driven to kill without hesitation, and his victims almost never see him coming.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun
You
one.
said uh-oh.
Well, explaining Michael away with a vague curse is nothing more than a crutch for the truth. The fact of the matter is, no one knows why he is so cruel, so violent, so unstoppable. He just is.
At the end of the day, evil gives no explanation, only despair.
True, and ends when the
Thrives
evil
not
was
just on the
infecting
satisfaction of
others.
murder, but the fear
Michael
it
Myers
inflicts
showed
on
that
others.
he's unique
Scarier, his
among the
kills
people
are
infected
done with
by the
surgical
evil of
precision.
Haddonfield
He
or
can murder you
whatever.
as quickly or slowly as he wants. This guy knows exactly what he's doing with that kitchen knife. He's like a hibachi chef of death.
And yet, his attacks were almost brought to an end by Laurie herself. But when the time came for the final blow, Michael proved his intelligence and wit by faking his own death using a body double.
All while getting his sister to commit murder for him. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed.
He's also either impossibly sneaky or he can use teleportation. Because he once moved through a yard full of motion
Okay,
sensors
we're going
without
with the
setting
OG
off a single
version,
one
but we're showing
until
scenes from the
he
Blumhouse
wanted to.
version.
Look at this. There's just no stopping him. Fill him full of bullets, Michael will come back ready to rip off your head. Put him in the center of an exploding church, he'll survive and go on to kill dozens more people, just for dramatic effect.
It was this relentless evil that made the people of Haddonfield go ballistic and band together to end Michael Myers once and for all.
Unfortunately, the town would soon realize that was just not possible.
Any ordinary
Okay,
person
I
would have been
expected
long
this. They're
dead after what he
merging
experienced.
OG
But he
Thorn
took all of the
Michael
town's
with
punishment, got right
old
back up,
Blumhouse
and went
Michael
right
and just
back
kind
to
of
doing what
treating him as
he
one
does
entity
best.
because that's
And you
Death
know
Battle
what's
for
the
you.
creepiest part about all this? They never caught him. He's still out there looking for his next prey, I assume.
So every Halloween night, lock your doors, turn off your lights, and pray you'll make it to morning. Because the boogeyman is real, and his name is Michael Myers.
Well, not anymore. They got him for good in ends. Yeah, it's not a
Jeez, I wish I could sail the French Riviera.
it's not a spoiler anymore, right? I
Would be
mean,
nice too. And Italian.
people have been
Beer,
bitching about that
spicy.
movie
Oh,
so
well,
much
you
that
barely
it's
know
kind of
how to
out
speak
there.
English. Exactly. If you're like me and there's a foreign language that you regret not learning in school, it's never too late to start with Babbel.
Babbel is
Spanish
the
and
language
Japanese
running
for
after sold
me.
More than 10 million subscriptions.
Thanks to Babbel's.
Alright, here we go, here we go. I've been waiting for this. I'm rooting for the underdog, but
It's
here we
time
go.
for a spooky death battle.
I'm glad they saved this for when it was actually Halloween. The time is right.
Mother is talking to you. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. Kill her. Kill her.
Oh, it's 3D. I was kind of hoping they do live action. They're probably using, like, what, Dead by Daylight models. It's like, oh, I missed one. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Michael's smarter, but Jason's faster and stronger.
Where are you? We gotta go.
Oh, yay, more victims. Yeah, that wasn't gonna stop Jason. Come on. Ooh, axe, why not? Michael must go axe him a question. Why are you right out of a late 80s hip-hop video? That's a question I want to axe you. Man, he can move. Well, that double team didn't go as well as the one in Ends. I mean, even when they're fighting each other, they're killing everyone else like fucking pros.
Kill him, Jason. Kill him. Make Mother proud.
That's not gonna do it, Michael. You gotta up your game. At least Jason took off the right head this time, unlike Laurie in H2O. I had a feeling. Or wait, shouldn't this be over? Oh no, Michael, nope, he's dead, never mind.
Okay, are we sure he's dead? You can't be too careful with these guys.
Michael Myers won't be rising from the grave this time. Jason was too much for him. The stories may paint these slashers as unstoppable, but they do have limits and can be understood.
To Michael's credit, he could match Jason in a lot of ways. Both were experts in methods of killing, and both could totally teleport.
Theoretically, though if both of them really could teleport, then neither had an advantage in that regard. So teleportation deniers can rest easy knowing it wasn't really a factor here.
Even the explosions they both survived were similar in size and destructibility.
But Jason held the edge with his superior endurance and healing. Michael faking his death with a body double was clever, but he did it because he explicitly could not survive something like decapitation or getting half his torso blown off.
But Jason could. He also had more experience fighting other supernatural enemies like Leatherface, Freddy, and his uber self. So I doubt Michael could have surprised him with something he's never seen before.
And Jason was just as strong and vicious as Michael, if not more. So given the difference in survivability, he had a much better chance of striking Michael down first. In a battle between two unkillable monsters, it's only natural it would come down to who was more unkillable.
After being ripped to pieces, Michael could now rip in peace. Right, Jocelyn? Jocelyn? Hello?
The winner is Jason Voorhees.
Clever.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Alright, I figured it was go that way.
So you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes
Good
over
Halloween
there,
episode
and
nonetheless.
by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Who do we got next? Sauron? Against who?